So before we do start this video, I do want to speak about our sponsor for today. So I do want to introduce Top 11. It is a free-to-play football management mobile game. Just imagine an entire football universe within your pocket where you're able to change your own football club, from signing a team of superstars to creating your own stadium, running the training, setting up formations, and ultimately leading the squad to winning trophies. There's improvements every season, and it is a lot of fun, including limited time events, competitions, and prizes basically happening throughout the whole season within Top 11, and to celebrate this special period within football. So make sure to join in now. It's going to be an amazing experience. You're going to be able to play with friends. You can team up and form an association and play against other groups of managers around the world, which also means that you can be able to play with me within this game. There's also going to be a very immersive experience playing 3D live matches, and again, improvements come every season. It is going to be available on Google Play, App Store, Huawei, Microsoft stores, and the web browser, so it's available everywhere. So if you do want to download Top 11 2023 as soon as possible, there is going to be a link down below, and then you can download Top 11 from there. It's going to be on the description box and on the pinned comment. It's a very easy process, and soon you would be able to run your football club and top the leaderboards. But now let's go back into this video. Okay, so now that we are back within this video, I do want to speak about Jules Kounde, Ronald Araujo, Barcelona's right back position, and Inaki Pena. There's going to be so much that we have to discuss, but let's first talk about Kounde and Ronald Araujo, because it does say here, according to Tony Juan Marty, that early on Xavi told Kounde that his plan was to turn him and Araujo into one of the best center back pairings in the world. Kounde expects this promise to be fulfilled. So look, this has been a subject that we have discussed before. Xavi's whole idea was to, yes, make Araujo and Kounde the best center back duo in the world if it is possible, just like how we saw Puyol and Gerard Piqué at one point, just like how we saw Mascherano and Piqué at one point, and also the same thing with Maldini and Nesta about 15 years ago. Xavi wants to do the exact same thing with Kounde and Ronald Araujo, two FC Barcelona players, and I think that they have the capability to do so, because the amount of technical power these two players do have and the amount of IQ they also do have on the field, it is humongous. And just looking at their age, knowing that they are still 23, 24 years old, they can surpass the level of the previous center back duos that we have seen in the past 10 to 15 years. It is very possible. So I can see why Xavi Hernandez is very confident on saying that, yes, Kounde, I do think that with you now coming here, I will make you and Araujo the best center back duo in the world. But here's the thing, and here's going to be the main reason why I am bringing this up, because a decision has to be made here. Because we also talked about how Jules Kounde can also play as a right back, and every time he is in that position, he is one of the best right backs in the world. He plays phenomenally, very well. You just look at what he has been showing at the World Cup with France. He has not had a single bad game so far in the World Cup. We're talking about a campaign where every game is very difficult, and Kounde has made it look so easy. And you just look at his performance, and that is exactly what we need at FC Barcelona. I think that defensively he is just so reliable, and I think that he is much more reliable defensively than someone like Dani Alves, who played for Barcelona back in the 2010s. So I do have a lot of trouble imagining Xavi not seeing this and what Kounde is doing at the World Cup, playing as a right back and being very good at it. And Barcelona is going to be gaining so much from this. Like, for example, the only reason why I think that many of us do not have a lot of problem with Kounde going in the right back position and not playing as a center back no more, it is because there is a market to bring in a brand new center back that can pair with Ronald Araujo. It's huge. Like, we can place Kounde in the right back position and then having Araujo pair with either Skriniar from Inter Milan. Could it be Guardiola? I'm just giving out examples here. Could it be any of the center backs? And so can you imagine Guardiola with Araujo and then Kounde on the right back position? You're going to be having something so special there. But then if we say, okay, let's put Kounde as a center back with Araujo, and let's just assume that they do end up being the best center back pairing in the world. But now we look at the right back position and then we ask, okay, where is the market for our right backs? There is none. There really is not a lot of right backs out there in the world that we can grab in and say, okay, this is a player that we can be very confident on and can perform at a very high level defensively and offensively and for 10 years. That doesn't exist. So it's a very interesting subject, and I would love to see how this does pan out, because let me tell you, we have the final on Sunday, which does consist of France and Argentina, and Kounde will be in that final. And again, let me tell you, if Kounde has a great world-class performance against Argentina on that final, there is going to be no better proof than that, because if that does end up happening, Xavi Hernandez is gonna have to change things on how they're going to be moving forward with their defensive line. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that Kounde should full-time play as a right back or full-time play as a center back? So speaking about right backs, let's talk about that position, right? Because again, Barcelona right now, they are in the negotiation phase and just analyzing what right back could they bring in. And this is what I do mean, right? Because there's literally no market. You look at this report here and it says here, according to 21 Marty, Arnau Martinez, Pedro Porro, Dalot, and Foyth are some names that the club likes, but neither of them generate consensus, which basically means that there is no name right now that Barcelona is talking about where everybody is agreeing on that name and saying, yes, this is the player. There are some people within the club that are saying, oh yeah, he's good, but another person is saying, no, he's not good, we need to find somebody else. So like there is no agreement as a collective for any of these players. So there is confusion, there is different opinions, there's clearly no market, but I do believe there's going to be much more to come in the January transfer window. We'll see again how Barcelona move once the transfer window does open and what decision they go to. So now lastly, I do want to move on towards the next phase, which is going to be Inaki Pena, because we do have some great news regarding the goalkeeper position. And it says here, according to 21 Marty, that Peña's renewal is now closing down. It is expected to be signed soon, possibly even before Christmas. The new deal will reach the 2025-2026 season, meaning that it is going to be a 3-year deal. And again, that is great news, because when we talk about Inaki Peña, we talk about a player that is capable of replacing Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and that is not something easy. Now, of course, right, when it comes to Inaki, we never really seen this player play a lot for FC Barcelona this season. The only real chance he actually had this season was against Victoria Pleasant in the Champions League, but that's basically it. And I get it, right? You might ask, then why extend this player? There's no reason to extend a player that does not even play for that team. Now, here's the thing. Just because Barcelona is extending Inaki Peña, that does not mean that they can't loan out this player. Most likely, that is probably what we're going to be seeing, is Barcelona extending this player and then loaning him out to a Premier League club or an Italian club, most likely a Premier League club, because many Premier League clubs were interested in this player. But that is probably what we are going to be seeing. And it has been said time and time again that Barcelona have been loaning out this goalkeeper to different clubs because they do hope that one day that player ends up being a huge success for that club, to say, okay, he's doing great, he looks confident, he's blocking all of these shots, this is a player that we can trust, let's call him back and let's have him start over Marc-Andre ter Stegen. That is what Barcelona is hoping for, and we have seen hints of that, of Inaki Peña becoming that goalkeeper that we want to see. We saw that last season when he was playing for Galatasaray, and he did it in front of FC Barcelona. So again, I'm very excited for this player. Let's see what happens, whether he gets loaned out or he does stay. In my opinion, since I am a fan of Peña, I want him to stay because I think that when we go into the second half of the season, most likely he's going to be used more than ever. And yes, he might partake in the Copa del Rey matches, which is going to be so mandatory, and I think that he can deliver. I strongly believe that the players do trust him because this is a goalkeeper that has been with Barcelona since his youth years. He understands the system. He understands how he must be as a goalkeeper with that defensive line that he does have in front of him. So again, we'll see. But the world is his, right? Extending Inaki Peña's contract for another 3 to 4 years is only great news. So that will be wrapping up today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.